Yeah, Most High in Christ, man. We about to get it in. All right, Most High in Christ, man. Let me go ahead and get this show. We good? Everything good? All right, for sure. Let me say Shalom Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shabbat Thumb to all of Israel, man. It's I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky. As always, man, we're coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohanna, man. This I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky. And this our law class, man, our Wednesday law class. And we're about to get into this law, man, because the law is not done away with. And in this society that we living in, it's very vital that they make sure that you don't live by the laws. One of their biggest job is to make you think that grace means you can do whatever you want to do and live how you want to live. We're coming out of a big, a voting cycle right now. Everybody done went out and voted, and they're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and they're so into America. They're so into this country and what this country stands for. We got black Hispanics and Native Indians out, in downtowns across the country, blowing horns, excited, as if they're celebrating a victory. I believe 77 million people voted for Biden and 72 million voted for Trump. What y'all don't realize, and I'm only speaking to black Hispanics and Native Indians, but what y'all don't realize, 72 million people voted for oppression. Now, I'm going to turn that to 140 something million in a second. But 72 million voted for outright oppression of black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Open oppression. 140 plus million voted for oppression as a whole. But don't forget, as you celebrate, this is so sad. As you celebrate, as you ride and honk your horn and yell and shout, we did it. We did it. We won. He's fired. There's millions of people training right now for war. They're training for death and destruction, and they don't care. What you don't realize, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, is democracy isn't for you. I call it democracy because it's rooted in demo, which is demon, demonic. They say it's the rule of the people, crassy. But what kind of rule of the people? Demo. It's demon rule. And that's what you're so excited about. Is you've allowed a hidden demon to rule over you. Any one of them are terrible for Israel. But you're celebrating the victory, the so-called victory of a demon, man. And you're not even considering the bloodshed that the other side is planning for you. The get backs. Don't forget, when they elected Obama, and make no mistake about it, white people elected Obama. That's why you have a Trump. That was their get backs. After this, what do you think's going to happen for the next 4 years, man? These white people feel disenfranchised. Not just because of a mask, but now because of their rights. They may not want it to come in and blow them all up because of their mask. But you rest assured that they will kill for their rights. They equated wearing a mask to slavery. What do you think they're going to equate being cheated to? There's reports all over the place, man, of militia groups planning attacks. And who are they blaming for Biden's victory? I wish I had the what was that trivia show? Jeopardy. I wish I had the Jeopardy music right now. Because I want y'all to think, who are they blaming for Biden's victory? Act like the Jeopardy music's playing right now. Biden threw you under the bus, black man, Hispanic man. He did a speech and said African Americans had his back. I'm going to paraphrase it. African Americans had his back, so he's going to have theirs. Latinos. You notice they always say Latino, not Hispanic. They like to use the word Latino. Latin. You understand that? But anyway, Latinos had his back. He's going to have theirs. Let me tell you something. He threw you under the bus because now you have millions and millions of people who have never cared about you. In their woods, in their forests, training to destroy you. Training. There's a man named Oliver North that we already know with the Iran-Contra scandal was selling weapons for crack or cocaine and flushing it in the neighborhood. The conservatives, Fox News, called him a hero. He was a hero for putting crack into your neighborhood. How many Oliver Norths do you think is out there? Waiting to be a hero for the right wing cause. The right wing is basically a term they use for American terrorist. That's what they won't say American terrorists. Like the Ku Klux Klan, even though they were Democrats in the 50s and 60s, they are considered a right-wing group. I hope I'm making sense right here. Because this right here that's going on today is all happening because we don't follow our laws. We're so entrenched, man. We so entrenched in heathen law that we can't even follow our own. We can't even follow our own laws because we'll stand in line for hours exercising our right according to the white man, according to our enemy. And you'll vote and you'll feel so proud that you voted. And if you dare voted for the winning candidate, now man, it's almost like people are in the street as if their child was just born. Elated, happy, because a man won that you voted for that cares nothing about you. Cares nothing about you. And the ramifications of your loyalty to Satan is going to be clear. You're going to see it. It's going to be clear. Black men were tortured under Obama. Tortured. As they will be tortured under Biden. So what the hell did your vote do, man? What did it do? The crazy thing about all of this, is no one cares about God's law. The priests and the prophets of the I.S.U.P.K have been saying this since 1969. Get away from the world. Leave the world the hell alone. That's the white man's business. They 60+% of the population while you're 13 to 14%. You understand that? That's their business, not yours, black man. That's their business. But they're going to say you're the one that edged them over the top. It's your fault. Not the white women who changed their vote this time. Don't forget the white women put him in office last time. The white women voted for Biden this time. But it's your fault, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into scripture, because Wednesday for the ISUPK Kentucky, this is our law class. And there's nothing more important today than our law. Our law should be the number one thing we talk about. Because black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are concerned about a heathen law. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 17. Matthew 5 and 17 is Christ speaking. To hell with what your Christian pastor has told you. To hell with what the Democratic, Republican, whoever have told you. Listen to what your king, if you are black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, listen to what your king said. The book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think not. And every time we read this scripture, I want y'all to stop right there. Think not. Don't even think. That's what think not means. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Don't even think Christ came and now you're under grace and you just live under grace and you don't have to do the laws no more because Christ came. And Christ said in his words, don't even think that. Why is that in the book? Why is that in the book? Why is it in red in the book saying, think not that Christ came to destroy the law or the prophets, meaning their ways, meaning all scripture? He didn't come to destroy that. The Old Testament is alive and breathing, man. let no pastor tell you, oh, I only follow the New Testament. Well, Christ said he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. That's not what he came to do. He came to show you how to fulfill it, how to live the law, to show you that a human in flesh can live by the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. You can do it. He didn't have to be an angel. He came like his brothers, as the Bible says. He came as his brethren, born from a man and a woman through marriage, born in a less desirable place, born in the hood, being oppressed, being disrespected, being the people that are so-called less than. But he kept the laws, statutes, and commandments. He didn't give a damn about voting or what it. If I may, man. If I may. Rome had a democracy. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, no, they didn't. They had an emperor. They had a senate, dummy. They had a senate that represented the so-called people of their districts. The same BS you got. Did Christ vote? Was Christ telling you which party that the Israelites should support? He rebuked them, man. Rebuked them and told you about the laws of the Most High. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Wasn't out here campaigning like Sharpton and all of these monkeys, man, out here trying to tell you to vote for a certain candidate because it fits their agenda. They are those wicked pastors, the vomit of the planet Earth, man. The ones that love white people so much, they'll throw you under the bus, man. They'll kill you, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. They will make sure that you are oppressed so they can be in a gated community. They will make sure of it, man. And Christ, man, the greatest man, said, think not. Don't even consider it. But what do? You consider it. You vote. You are, you know what? You are actually proud that Biden won. But guess what, dum-dum? He hasn't even won yet. Do you know that you're part of a system right now that is considered fraud? Do you know that 70 plus million people right now think you are fraudulent? Think that black, Hispanic, and Native Indians were cheating. Voting for dead people, they said, in black districts. You're a cheater in your democracy. You out there hunking your horn proud, but half of your country that you love so much think you a cheater. Think you fraudulent. Think you fake. Think you a thief. You stole the election. And you proud of your thievery. This is why you should have nothing to do with their system. The Most High just wants you to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Let them run about on the street acting a damn fool. Let them do that. It's none of your business. You ain't even perfected God's law. How the hell you gonna follow his law? And when I meant his law, the white man's law. How? You're not even a perfectionist at God's law. The law that gives you life. The reason why you should be living. Understanding when Adam got that breath of life, that was the law. And we're going to read it. As the Bible say, prove all things. We're going to read it, man. But I have to reiterate, the destruction that you've caused your children is absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. Because now your children see you elated. They see you celebrating. Niggas is having barbecues with Biden and Harris, saying we've had a black president, now we got a black vice president, and she a woman. This is why the truth is so powerful, because y'all look so fucking stupid. Salakia. Barack Obama, newsflash, Barack Obama is not a black Hispanic or Native Indian. He's an African. His father's an African. Okay? He was privileged, raised by a white woman, went to all the Ivy League BS, grew up in Indonesia. Come on, man. In Indonesia? That's a nigga? Not Compton, not the Bronx, not the wards of Texas, not Jersey, not Vegas, but fucking Indonesia, man. And you think that's a black man? Man, get the hell out of here, man. And Harris, she's a heathen. Don't y'all realize they're not going to let a black man, woman, or child in that office? They're not going to do it. Do you know that Biden had to vet? It's a vetting process to pick your running mate. Jeopardy music again. Did y'all know that? Vet who gonna be the vice president. Condoleezza Rice, the black sister from Atlanta, Georgia. They were all on the list. They children of slaves. Why didn't they win? How is a man from a different part of the country pick a California girl out of the blue who did terrible in the debates? She ran for president. Do y'all remember that? Or am I crazy? She ran for president and got 0.1% of the vote. Why would you pick somebody who couldn't even get votes? Why? Because you needed a black face, or what can be considered a black face, to say, I got a black woman with me. And you fucking idiots. You fucking idiots. Salakia. See that and say, we got a black woman in office. How many black women is packing they niggas shit right now? I said that. Packing they niggas shit. Feeling emboldened. And then she come out with a hook-nosed bastard as her husband. A fucking white man. That's your example of a black woman. That's who you're going to show your daughter the example of. Let me tell you something, man. The Lord is going to destroy this place, man. With thermonuclear war. It's going to happen. The coronavirus has stepped up. It's killing thousands and infecting thousands. Guess where? America. Salaki, America. Were you in captivity? Where you would so blindly say the greatest place on earth and ain't been nowhere. But it's the greatest place on earth. Nigga, you ain't even been to Mexico. You ain't been to Canada. You ain't been nowhere. You ain't been out your state. But this is the greatest nation ever. Let me tell you something, man. I'm going to continue reading to Matthew 5 and 18. For verily, I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be Salaki, till all be fulfilled. So, why can you eat pork? Why can you divorce? Why can you be gay? Why can you lie? Why can you cheat? Why can you steal? Why? Because George Washington and the 45 men after him said you can? Really? Democracy is for heathens. God's law is for black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Now, we will respect the laws of the land, and let me explain why. We are in captivity. There's no way in the world I'm going to see a stop sign and say, fuck these white people. I don't give a fuck. Guess what? I'm going to jail. That's stupid. That don't make no goddamn sense. I'm going to stop and I'm going to continue driving. And I'm going to say the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know why? That stop sign doesn't go against God's law. You understand that? I'm not going to kill nobody. I'm not going to try to beat nobody up. I'll defend myself, but I ain't going to beat nobody up. I ain't going to do all of these things that the white man says don't do. You know why? Because as of now, it doesn't go against God's law. His intentions do, but his written law to make me do something, they don't have a law says you got to eat pork. They don't have a law says you got to have sex with a man or a woman has that. They don't have laws like that. Once they do, then that's when we say, you know, Salakia. That's when we rebel against that. But ultimately, in my day-to-day life, stopping at here and stopping there, going 45, going this and doing that, that doesn't go against the Bible. I got to get over myself and be like, I'm going to do that. Because I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to pay $250. I don't want to have to go get a lawyer for this. I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. You understand that? I don't want to deal with Rome. But their book isn't saying I have to eat pork. It's not saying that. And the Most High made it that way. Understand that. Because following the laws are not grievous. It would be very grievous if we had to follow the law and the white man said you had to eat 6 ounces of pork a week. Let me tell you something. That would be grievous. That would be like powerful. That would be like, damn. That would be like the Assyrian captivity. That would be like different captivities where we couldn't even say we was Israelites. We don't have that now. But I'm gonna continue reading, man, because let me tell y'all something, man. We are a weak people, man. And in our weakness, we don't even know the Most High. We don't even know Christ. We weak. Y'all know Biden. You think you know Biden. You put a goddamn Biden and Harris flag in your front yard with so much pride, man. So much pride. So much happiness. But you know what? I've never seen nothing about Yahawashi Mashiach in your yard. I never seen nothing about Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians should follow God's laws in your yard. I've never seen it. So now we're going to go to the book of 1 John 2 and 3. The book of 1 John 2 and 3 reads, "And hereby we do know that we know him." Let me read that again. "And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments." So, once again, let me read it again. "And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments." Let me ask you a question. According to the Bible, if you say we don't keep the commandments no more, do you know the Most High? Jeopardy music again, please. Do you know the Most High? Do you know Christ? How? You're not keeping his commandments. The only commandment you keeping is tithes. Reverend Cornbread will never let that commandment go away. You can eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. I like to go further sometimes. Crawfish. You know? And mussels. And Salakia. and catfish. You can eat it all. Jesus wept. That's it. Jesus wept. And your food good. The white man is the devil the Bible speak of. That's not true. That's not true. But tithing is. Give me your money. Put your money in the plate at church, which is not tithes, by the way. Did y'all know that? Did people know that putting your money into the church is not tithes? Jeopardy music again, if we can. That's not tithes. That's your offering. You understand that? That's something you're going to give $5, $10, $20, $30, $100, whatever, because you came to church. And Reverend was sharp that day. You know what I'm saying? But that's not your tithes. They demand your tithes also. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. They demand tithes, which is tenth in the Hebrew of your earnings, which is a Old Testament law. But y'all let them get away with that, man. Y'all let them get away with that because you're not under the law. The Christian pastor can get away with tricking you about the law because you don't understand the law. But if you come into the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yohanna, we teach you the law. One thing about you're going to understand the law. And then the people say it's 600, I don't know them all. Listen. If you're around a priest and prophet of the Lord, you ain't got to worry about all that. Because you're not going to break the law. Do you understand that? Let me repeat that. If you are around a priest and prophet of the Lord, you're not going to break the law. Don't be concerned, overly concerned about what law is this and which law can I listen. We ain't going to let you break that law around us. It's not going to happen. The laws are not grievous. Now, there are some laws that we have to understand. We're in captivity. This isn't an Israelite society when that law was made. We're not in that society. Do y'all understand that? But that doesn't mean you break it. It just means you have to understand the context of it. You have to realize where you are in this world according to that law. If that, hopefully that makes sense to anybody. Anybody got a question? Put it in the chat, and I'll try to answer that question, man. Because it's important that you realize that what we doing here is teaching Black Hispanics and Native Indians, man. That number one, you are a chosen people of the Most High. I'm going to repeat that. You are a chosen people of the Most High. Democrat, Republican, you should never be. The only party you should be is the chosen people's party. That's what you should be. If somebody asks you, what party? I'm with the chosen people of the Most High. You guys go ahead and be Democrats and Republicans. You know what I'm saying? They even blue and red. Let them gang bang with they self. You should have nothing to do with it. And it's so embarrassing. Real quick, I got to get on Van Jones, Salakia. I did a video, and I just thought it was so ridiculous how this nigga was crying on national television. If you're Muslim, you could wake up today and you could. Are you serious? Are you serious? A Muslim? Can you be a black man today and wake up and feel safe when a police pull you over? That's the question, Van Jones. He went all the way to Muslims. You're Muslim in this country, and you don't think the president wants you here. He don't want you here, dummy. He don't want you here. And you went to Muslims. Then you said, your sons. Meaning, I'm going to take you for your word. I don't know. You got young black males up under you that's going to see you crying on national television, man. They going to see you crying. Crying to Anderson Cooper, a known homosexual who probably wanted to hug you while you was crying. Your sons are going to see that. That's much more damage than a Trump could ever do. A Trump could never do that much damage to your children than them seeing they daddy crying. Let me tell you something, man. The white man has done a masterful job to our people, because our people don't even love the Lord that loves them. And our disgusting preachers, if I may, our disgusting preachers, man, would, Salakia, will tell you you're under grace. Let's go to Romans 6. Excuse me. Let's go to Romans 6 and 15. I'm going to try to write these scriptures down. Romans 6 and 15. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. This is written in the Bible thousands of years ago. Aquathium? You understand that? Listen, I'm under grace. I should be able to do whatever I want to do. I can eat shrimp. I can eat pork, crab, lobster. If I want to sleep with Big Booty Judy, I can go do it. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? All I got to do is say, my bad. Forgive me. I know not what I did. Correct? The Bible just said, should I sin? Let's talk about this. Y'all ain't getting away with this. Romans 6 and 15. What then? There's a question mark there. What then? That's a question. Shall we sin because we are not under the law? Meaning, someone said we are not under the law. Correct? So let's go back to the beginning. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law? Meaning, if I'm not under the law, what is the law? Hello? What is the law? The law, transgression of the law is sin. So what the question is here, what then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? But under grace. Meaning, you have a time appointed to get yourself correct. That doesn't mean you can eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, chase hoes, do drugs, smoke cigarettes, be evil. That doesn't mean that. It means get yourself together because we don't know when Christ gonna return. That's grace. And let me use the old analogy with the power bill. The power bill is telling you this. Hey, we ain't gonna turn your lights off. But there's gonna be a point in time where we will. Correct? So does that mean you add a new room, put 50 lights in it, add on to your house, get a brand new stove, and do all of that? That doesn't mean that you do that. What it means is this: get it together. Does that make sense? Get it together. Because Christ is going to come when we ready. That's when Christ is going to come. Not when you feel that you could be so disgusting, man. Man, you know what? Sometimes I think I be too passionate about this, man. You's a fucking idiot. If you think that you can so-called change your life, be born again. You're born again. You saved and sanctified. And just ate a pork chop. That's madness, man. That's not righteousness. That's madness. Those are the same people that was out voting. I bet you when they was out voting, they had pork chops. They had the pork hot dogs and the cheeseburgers with the bacon on it. You know what I'm saying? They had the good double cheeseburger, with the bacon. They had the I mean, come on, man, the crawdad out there. The shrimp po' boy. They had all of that for you. Because it's part of your destruction, man. It's what they want you to do. What the Most High wants you to do. This is not cute, man. It's not entertainment. It's not, so cute and hip hoppy and all that crap. What it is you gotta know what's going on in today's world. And the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yohanna is trying to teach you. We're the priests and prophets of the Lord on the earth today. We them. Never perfect in man's eyes. But the Most High is with us. In any desolation, any weak moment, any so-called hard situation, the Most High is with us, man. And I'm going to read Romans 6:15 again. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Don't do that, man. Don't sin because Reverend Cornbread said you under the law. The sad thing, you love Biden. And you proved it with your loyalty. You love it. There was people in Georgia sitting in line for hours, man. Hours. In crazy conditions. They never sit out there for the Lord. But they did it for Biden. You love Biden. But do you love God? Do you love the Most High? Laws are done away with. You don't have to follow the laws. Do you love the Most High? I'm asking you this. You lawbreakers. Like I said, you love Biden. Y'all showed up and showed out for Biden. Y'all did that. But do you love the Most High? Before I get any deeper, let me address some of these comments. The brother Lance Clark said the Klan is Democrat but right wing with a question mark. Yes. And the reason why I said that is because back in the 60s, the Ku Klux Klan was a democratic movement. Because the democratic movement back in the 60s was the Klan. George Wallace, I'm going to give y'all study points. George Wallace, who was the governor and ran for president, by the way, wanted segregation. Those were Klansmen. They was Democrats. That was the 60s. So what I said was they was Democrats then, but now they're so-called right wing. The brothers say Van Jones is married to a white woman. Well, of course. Of course. Y'all give sisters, man. I got to do a class on sisters. I'm going to beat y'all sisters up, but at the same time, ain't no sister going to want no weak-ass motherfucking nigga on their TV crying. Come on, man. I hope my rib throws something at me if I'm on TV crying. And I hope I come in the house and have a pot of grits thrown on me, nigga. They call me Al Green after that. You know what I'm saying? You on TV crying, man. Thinking America's about to change? Why? Somebody tell me. What I watch politics. I stay up on political things. What the hell has changed to make somebody think that something's gonna change? Please, somebody tell me. You're gonna wear a mask because Biden is with that. Okay, you're gonna wear a mask. How does black Hispanics and Native Indians win off Biden? How? Welfare may not be cut. Okay, well, that's here or there. That helps and destroys at the same time. So that's not beneficial. If something helps and destroys you, that's not beneficial, correct? So I'm gonna need somebody to tell me what the hell this is such a celebration for. Trump, I don't support Trump, but at least I was about to laugh for another 4 years. Because Trump a goddamn fool. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Salakia. As I was saying, black Hispanics and Native Indians, if you take Nevada, Arizona, and those are the checkmate states right now, even Pennsylvania, they showed that they love Biden, but they won't show that they love God. 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It's not hard to do. And do you realize that keeping God's commandments is the way you show you love God? So voting for Biden is showing you don't love God. You love the way of the heathen. You don't love God. You don't love the Most High of the Bible. You love the way of the heathen. I said this earlier, and let's revisit it. There's millions of right-wingers right now that want you dead. There's going to be black women attacked. There's going to be young black men, of course, attacked. There's going to be Hispanic people attacked, Native people attacked all over this country. Why? Because you love Biden more than you love God. Let the white people decide who leads them. And let's put ourselves in a position to be led by the Most High. By keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. This is a law class. We have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. They are not done away with. They're not done away with. They are our life. They're how we live. Otherwise, what are we doing? Are we living? Not only are we not living, we dying, man. And we dying in droves. The prison population, they'll tell you, is stagnant. Some statutes will say it's gone down. Guess what? Gone down to what? Gone down to what? If the incarceration numbers is up here and then they come to here, it's still here. I can see if it went from here to negative. Black people still being locked up every day, killed by police, killed by each other. Black women still disrespected, destroyed, because they don't have no clue who they are and who should lead them. They blindly out in a world that wants to see them die, that wants to see them destroyed, because you niggas want to vote. Listen, when Black Wall Street and all of these big black towns was so prevalent, the richest cities on the earth, could black people vote? Give me that Jeopardy music again. Give me that Jeopardy music. Could black people vote? So what was so great about them? They wasn't voting. Guess what they had? Banks, hospitals, all financial institutions, colleges. Do you know how many so-called historical black universities there's been throughout this country's history? How many of them were created when black people couldn't vote? How many? an institute of higher learning that produced the bankers, the physicians, the lawyers, to create a city that became the richest city in the world. They weren't voting. Asians don't vote. They're considered the smartest Americans. Correct? The richest Americans. They don't vote. How many Asian senators are there? How many Asian Congress people are there? If you do find an Asian, they're actually white. I mean, come on. How many Asian governors? How many Asian city councils? They don't give a damn about that. They follow their law. And they rise their people up to success as far as they're concerned. Their God, what they serve, is minute to us. If we had their same theory, though, of not worrying about heathen law and worrying about ourselves, man, look, we'd be unstoppable. And the Lord will not let us get destroyed. Those other places that I talk about was not under God's laws. They were just powerful Israelites. But if they were under God's laws, I don't give a damn what somebody looked at a white woman. Nobody care about none of that. As soon as they would have attacked, our God would have attacked. We are a people just following the law. That's it. But now, since we depend on white people, we get destroyed. Do you know that during that crisis of Tulsa, Oklahoma, black people thought the police was going to subdue the white mob? You know what? The white man is an animal. I said that. He's an animal. He's such an animal that he'll vet a woman to make sure she's not black. And then tell you she's black. Because you are so lost and so dumb and naive that whatever they tell you matters. You won't read the Bible to realize that you are the seed of your father. And her Jamaican, as they say, Jamaican father has white roots. And her mother's Indian. East Indian. Somebody tell me where she said, I'm a black woman. Where is that? Where is that? Where is it? I can show you where she says, I'm Indian. I can show it. She said it. Where has she said that black girl power and all of this stuff I'm seeing on the internet? When has she said that? First of all, with her white man locking up all the black men in California, she didn't even want to be nowhere close to black. Maxine Waters didn't even like her. Come on, man. She was an uppity minority in California, locking black men up for nothing. 3 strikes. What happened? You didn't pay for your pizza? 25 to life. Look it up, man. And that's who you so proud of. You niggas is so lost. I would like y'all to go on Twitter or whatever and ask Hillary Clinton, does she still have hot sauce in her purse? Ask her. Has anybody seen Hillary? Is it hot sauce still in her purse? It's the same BS going on with Miss Harris right now. It's the same BS. I forgot what she said. She said something about greens and something. Y'all look that up. Her new thing was like, what? I mean, she should have had or whatever when she said that. She had East Indian all in her with greens and something, she said. Salakia. She's not our people. That's why Biden vetted her and made sure she was not black. Because a child of a slave gets no love in the United States government. You want to prove it? You have senators that's black that's been there long time, man. They're not the majority leader. Nancy Pelosi is a California hater, white woman. But I ain't gonna get into all the politics. Salakia. I just want to say this to y'all, man. Democracy is a heathen, made up system of government. The Most High laws, statutes, and commandments are the structure that should govern black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Period. If you think running for office, lying, smiling, and doing all of that monkey shit is for you, you don't understand reality. And reality is the I.S.U.P.K. under Commandant General Yohanna is the only truth. With that, Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Barakatah.